Howdy, 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 my name's Anachi Sasuke. Welcome back to Let's Read Problem Sleuth. In the last episode, I accidentally read 2 chapters instead of 1 because I didn't see it tell me I had reached chapter 5. So in this one, we're starting with chapter 6, so there goes the order. Now then, there's a large door guarded by 2 surly thugs. Yeah, I guess they look surly enough. The door is locked. It looks like it will require more weird puzzle shit to open it. There are 3 skull-shaped grooves in the door. Let's see, we can either carve a surprised face in a pumpkin and put it in the sad recess, or no wait, that's stupid. Wrong adventure, dumbass. Okay, that's probably a jailbreak reference. The thugs are advancing menacingly! It seems the sway of your charisma has worn off. Retrieve the skull from the elf hideout, Pickle Inspector. You obtained the ace dick skull. Are they still crying? No, they stopped. Battle menu. Let's see. You comb through your list of battle techniques for a peaceful diplomatic solution to the conflict. Use sleuth diplomacy. You expend 1 elf tier is... Next. You acquaint the surly thugs with your brand of diplomacy. Pickle Inspector returns with the skull. He's crying. Insert skull in groove. You place the ace dick skull in the middle slot. Ace dick, go grab Pickle Inspector's skull. You retrieve your ally skull and drop it through the skylight. The elves are crying again. Use the trombone to breathe underwater. Does that work? You prepare to use the instrument as an oversized snorkel, but as should have been obvious to you, the room is no longer filled with water. Problem Sleuth summon the Weasel King. You have absolutely no idea how to solve this stupid puzzle and open the doors. As a last-ditch effort, you think it's finally time to summon His Majesty. You expend 3 elf tiers. You had enough elf tiers, but unfortunately, in order to summon the Weasel King, you will need some weasel snot. The weasel emissary appears instead. You use your strong sense of animal communion to commune with the emissary. He communes back, communing concern over whether he can trust you. Use your allegiance menu. You must make a choice. To which group does your allegiance belong? Press all the shoulder buttons and start select or align with the elves. Let's try that first one. What? Okay, first I'm gonna open that in a new tab and then go back on this window. Oh, okay. It goes back to the beginning. Align thyself with the elves, apparently. The emissary flips the fuck out! Use Mollify to calm down the emissary. Pickle Inspector politely suggests that he be allowed to try something first before such extreme measures are taken. Ogle the emissary disconcertingly to calm him down. The emissary's hysterical state appears to subside. Now ace stick, go through the door's window and throw the switch. You enter the small room and throw the switch. The room starts to travel upward like an elevator. Problem Sleuth, just go ahead and align yourself with the weasels. The emissary appears pleased. He explains that his people face a critical impasse. They require your help. He asks if you can spare exactly 1 heroes from your ranks to help them with their plight. It is imperative that this chosen one have an unusually high height characteristic for reasons that remain mysterious. Appoint P.I. as chosen savior to the weasels. The emissary thanks you. He and Pickle Inspector disappear into the portal. Those guys are still really dead. Ace Stick arrives at the elevator's destination floor. It appears to be some sort of control room. There's an array of monitor displays as well as a code machine sitting on the table. That looks like a typewriter, but alright. 4 nations at war. You wonder who the warring parties are and why they can't just get along. Check out the monitors. Maybe it'll tell you. It looks like some rooms are under surveillance. Your offices. The door is blocked from the other side. It can only open a part of the way into a very dark room. It bumps up against something totally immovable. Why not open the hatch in the floor? The hatch, shockingly, is locked. There appears to be a convoluted puzzle on the opposite wall. Perhaps it will open the hatch. You're pretty dull and not very creative, though. You have no idea how to solve it. Pickle Inspector tower over weasels and brazen display of height attribute. Yes! Yes! None stand taller than you in this realm. You are a giant among men. There are no weasels around to be impressed, however. You stand amidst a field of salted melons. Ew. Promise to go down and see what the elves are up to. Oh hell, you forgot to switch your allegiance! The elves are quite agitated. Change allegiance to calm elves. The elves are pacified by your gesture of goodwill. Ropo, their leader, briefs you on a critical mission. You exhibit signs of being the chosen hero for this mission, of which has long been prophesied by elven lore. Pickle Spectre, look around the salted melons. There appears to be some commotion by the tree in the distance. Check it out. Some weasels congregate beneath a nest of elf eggs? They yearn for the succulent yolk. If only they had a savior of height to help them. Promise to accept your mission. The elves are grateful for your bravery. Ropo instructs you to first leave behind all your material possessions. You cannot be burdened by such things on this quest of the spirit. You dump everything from your inventory into the skylight, including your hammer, elf tears, business cards, and game code sheet. You drop your Tommy gun on the floor. You leave your candy corn where it is, though. Ropo lifts the table to reveal a hidden hatch. Enter the hatch. Dang. Pickle Spectre, eat the eggs. They look delicious, but you just can't do it. It would be so impolite. Give the weasels the elf eggs. Your valor is lauded robustly. Why are elves laying eggs? Fall in a more hard-boiled manner. This is how a real man falls. A man's man! You better secure your hat to safeguard the candy corn. Ace to go down the skylight and get the game code. You acquire the game code. While you're at it, you grab the flask of elf tears. You decide to bring your window with you so you won't have to go up and down every time some goofball somewhere drops another cool item through the skylight. You strap the generator to your back. You prop the window up vertically against the wall. Promise to quit falling and land already. You land. There is a small cottage. A pair of funny-looking hands places a pie on the windowsill to cool. You recall the critical mission detailed in your briefing. You must abscond with the pie. Politely ask the pair of hands for the pie. You contemplate the civil approach, but you just can't do it. It's too risky. Besides, you don't have enough manner sight shards in your etiquette monstrance for a polite request. What the hell is that? The cottage dwellers appear to be preoccupied. Now's your chance. Abscond with the pie. You haul ass through the woods. The clowns are hot on your trail. A-Stick, shall we go through the panel or the window? Let's try the window. I should probably... Okay. You walk through the vertical window. Fall. You land on the side of the enormous beast. It appears the beast has defecated Promisel's imaginary remains, including his skull. Suddenly, you hear some music from the storefront window begin to play. Okay, so what does the other one do? Go through open control panel. You find a parachute inside. You take it. The beast disappears. You fall to your death. Okay. You find a parachute inside. You take it. Pickle Inspector, put that away again, politely accept reward for your heroics. The Weasel Emissary comes to grant you a boon. By tapping the raw energy locked within your ample manner sight shards, you politely accept. The Emissary guides you to the spider hole of disquisition. You are to embark on a journey of the spirit. Enter the spider hole. Promise to drop one candy corn to distract your pursuers. No way! You simply cannot spare it. The elf exemplar offers you sanctuary from the cruel rogues. The exemplar thanks you for your heroism. He accepts the pie and grants you one boon. You are allowed to embark upon a quest of the spirit. He disappears, leaving you alone in this room with no exit. The only object in the room is a magic wardrobe. P.I. fall in a sillier manner. Heh. You wonder what magical realm this portal will lead you into. There's only one way to find out. Go into the wardrobe! You crash against the back of the wardrobe, which is rock solid. You fall unconscious. What? Oh! You are now a hysterical dame, and this is chapter 7, and it's only been 9 minutes, so we're gonna keep going. You are trapped in your apartment. You're about to go into a fit of hysterics. You could really use a strapping fella to come help you out. Quickly retrieve arms from the drawer. You already got arms, sugar tits. Hurl teddy bear at door to break it down. You are quite positive there has never been a teddy bear in your apartment and never will be. Frankly, the notion strikes you as silly and childish. Was there just a teddy bear? It's a knife now. Hurl pillow at door to break it down. It didn't work. This exertion has increased your hysteria gauge. Check the drawer for strapping fellas. It's absurd to think there will be any strapping fellas in here, but on a day strange as this one, who knows? The door's locked. You shut the wardrobe. You're not sure what it was doing open wide like that. Search room for business card of hard-boiled detective. Looking for a hard fella to sleuth your problem? Things getting too hot to handle? Need a tough stud to sort it all out? Call 1-800-HOT-STUD. Why, it just so happens there's one in your handbag. Next. Unfortunately, it seems your phone is missing a variety of phone parts. You can't make the call. Scream into pillow to lower hysteria meter. It seems to help a little. Search room for missing phone parts. They're nowhere to be found in the room. Facing east, you see your large bedroom window, of course providing its view of the breathtaking urban mural across the street. On the small table is a locked music box, the key for which you have misplaced. You really have no idea what to do. You're simply too hysterical to think straight. Well, he's still falling silly. Astick, enter the code from the sheet into the code machine. Thrim tuk be jik 49 lib sigsum zer q1 tig 678. You feel the game around you can reconfigure yourself into a different saved state. After going through a lengthy and mostly pointless series of events, you have finally managed to reassemble your phone. Maybe you can finally call for help and end this nightmare. However, you've been dialing the number for hours to no avail. There's been no answer. Maybe this time will be the charm. Call a strapping sleuth fellow one more time. The man on the phone answers in a hard-boiled manner. He explains to you gruffly that he'd love to help you out, sweetheart, but he's up to his neck in all this weird puzzle shit. He hangs up. You're a little disappointed, but can sympathize with his need to address the weird puzzle shit. In this state of the game, it appears the really convoluted puzzle has been solved. It probably took hundreds of pages to solve it. You have no idea who was clever enough to solve that Sudoku up there, or tall enough for that matter. The solved puzzle has appeared to have activated a blinking button on the control panel. Push the button! It releases the lock on the hatch. A vertical column extends upward, but it bumps into the ceiling before the column's entrance can be fully revealed. There's not enough space for it to extend into. In this state of the game, you have finally finished falling. There is no one in the room, and nothing except for a magic medicine cabinet. Hysterical Dame grabbed the knife and let out a terrifying battle cry. You pick up the knife. Its cuddly comfort calms your hysterical condition considerably, and alliteratively. Let's see. Cuddly comfort calms. Yeah, that's alliteration, alright. Suddenly you flip out, wielding the teddy bear has maxed your hysteria gauge. This is very bad. Pickle Inspector ogled the cabinet open. The medicine cabinet remains closed, however you do find yourself mildly disconcerted. Open the cabinet! Inside, along with some sort of dimensional rift, are assorted medicines. Let's see. You can either put self on top of A-stick, either go on top of the column and push the button, which will make you probably die, but let's go check that out anyway. Yep. Or, wait, no, better idea. Prop the window above the column and push the button. The column extends easily into the ample space provided by the window. Now turn off the window. The bulk of the column is lopped off. You prop the window back up there and plug it back in and shove the rest of the stuff off to the side. Strap on parachute and enter the Echerontic hole? You enter. The column stump recedes into the floor. The window falls over upside down. Hysterical Dame. Stab, 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 stab. Ha-ha! Ha-ha! You're not sure why you're flailing around your cute teddy bear like this. You look a little closer and see something tied around its neck. It's the music box key! You put it in your inventory. Open the box! A dancer twirls and a sweet melody begins to play. The mirror becomes illuminated. Something is inside. It is a dashing man riding a noble mount. Your eyes meet. You are overwhelmed by feelings of longing. Is this the man of your destiny? The music stops and you put the music box down. There is something looming out the window. Your hysteria skyrockets! You feel dizzy as if you're about to pass out. You wake up in a strange dark room. What was that? Is your quest with the spirit ended? Are the elves pleased? On the four walls of the room are large stone busts. Each appears to be blocking a doorway. Attempt to move the weasel bust. It won't budge an inch! You're not surprised in the least, since you do not recall ever receiving a boon from the Weasel Kingdom. Something mystical is happening with the elf bust. It appears to be momentarily phasing out of this temporal plane. It looks as though you can pass through it. P.I. Enter the cabinet portal. You hit your head against the rear of the cabinet, spilling all the medicine. You have a splitting headache. Maybe some of these pills will make you feel better. Blindly take a large amount of them. You take a large dose of the powerful hallucinogens. Now he's also a lady. You are a nervous broad. You wake up and locked in your apartment. For a second, you thought you saw something disappear into the mouse hole. Was there? Oh, it's a stick. Deploy parachute. You land in a mysterious realm. A small band of hogs is there to greet you in the hospitable comfort of a muddy wallow. Your pulchritude is likely low enough to commune with these creatures. Establish superiority by punching nearest hog in the snout. The hogs are enamored of your rowdy, no-nonsense brand of ruffianism. Your superiority has been clearly established. Their leader, Porkhurst, relates to you the woes of his kind. They crave salted melons, yet the prize is guarded by a loathsome enemy. Will you accept this righteous mission? I don't know, because now the nervous broad is going to retrieve her lipstick ominously. You pick up the lipstick, and it's a sultry shade of red. Nothing happens, but it makes you a little nervous. Examine your gazebo-ish model. It's a toy carousel fixed atop your full-length mirror. It will not turn or play its music without the carousel key. Close the medicine cabinet. You do not have the physical strength to close it. If only a tall, brawny fellow would stop by. Maybe that pickle gentleman you remember reading about somewhere. Where was his card again? As you push the mirror, you notice your own reflection. Your frayed nerves have caused you to look dreadful. Your makeup could use some refreshing. Problem Sleuth, enter the door. You enter the control room. Hey, look! An old-fashioned code machine. You wonder if there are any codes lying around to punch into it. It's a pigsty in here. You wonder what slob was responsible for this mess. Check the score. A stick, imaginary lives 1. Score 5580. Rating brusque mug. Sacred urns toppled. Okay. Imaginary lives 2 imaginary lives. Problem Sleuth's got the best score. He's a stand-up Johnny. He hasn't desecrated any mystic ruins. Pickle Inspector's got the most lives. He's preternatural wise guy, and he hasn't defiled any hallowed tombs. Apply makeup. Something about this idea makes you very nervous. You proceed with nervous caution. Suddenly you flip out! Wielding the lipstick has maxed out your nerves gauge. This is very bad. You drop the disconcerting instrument. You may think twice before picking it up again. You're not sure if your nerves could take it. Asta gets up the righteous mission. You blindly accept and begin gathering melons into your parachute. It appears your intrusion is unwelcome. A weasel nearby is flipping the fuck out. Politely ask the weasel to calm the fuck down. You consider how to phrase this diplomatic request, but you come up empty. Your etiquette monstrance has no manner sight shards. You beat the weasel to death with your monstrance. Go get pig poster from Ace Dick's office. You go down the elevator and grab the poster. As you expected, there is a game code printed on the back. Go back up. You return to the control room, but first you stop in your office and grab your window. You've grown fond of the thing and sort of missed it. You think it might be cool to have around for whatever reason. Examine the mural in order to calm nerves. It's not working! The mural's just too unpleasant! Yeah, it is kind of weird. Search room to make sure it contains no fancy Santas. What? You're quite sure there are no fancy Santas to be found in your room, but just to be absolutely certain, you look around. Wait a minute. Is that? Oh fuck, it's a bunch of fancy Santas! It is your prized collection. They always help you calm your nerves. It appears that one is missing. Pick up the card next to the phone. You pick up the business card. Disconcerted? Need a tall, brawny fella to come and inspect your pickle? Perhaps I may be this fella. Call 1-800-OGLE now. Call the fella. The tall, brawny fella does not seem to have a phone. Your nerves have elevated again. You accumulate enough worry points to add a new nerve tech to your arsenal. Level 3 case of the vapors. You're about to pass out. A-Stick, return the melons to pigs in a manly fashion. You can't! A bunch of enraged weasels is hot on your tail. Ah, but there is Porkhurst. Sweet Porkhurst. He got you into a hole in the tree trunk. Porkhurst has gratefully accepted the melons and departed, but not before leaving you a profound gift A profound quest of the spirit. Against the wall is a magic buffet table. Plated on its surface is a gorgeous feast. Why did the pig serve him ham? Open buffet cabinet. Throbbing magical energy is concealed within the furnishing. Prompts will decipher the code using the Enigma machine. Figure per he 62 9K 8 32 mul le4 diku 5 in. The universe around you begins to change. This code has taken you to an earlier point in the game. You are a stick with no conscious knowledge of what just happened. You have a strange sense of deja vu. You were about to take a parachute from the panel, but you space out and forget to take it. There was something else you were about to do. What was it? Oh yeah, go through the window. You land on the side of the enormous beast. There's something familiar about this situation as well. Something unfortunate is about to happen. Quick, hop into the storefront before the beast disappears. You head for the window and notice an enticing skull along the way. A-Stick, ignore the portal. There's victuals to be had. You disregard the mysterious gateway. You will probably only bump your head on the back of the thing anyway. You partake of the mouth-watering feast. In spite of your tremendous stomach capacity, you pass out from overeating. You feel yourself drifting to another plane of reality. A-Stick's imagination is too crude to have a female alter ego. Okay, so, looks like this is chapter 8, so I'm going to stop here so I don't accidentally spiral out of control like last time. So, this has been Anachu Sasuke. I believe this is episode 4 of Let's Read Problem Sleuth. In the next episode, we're going to look for an exit from the giant dame's apartment as small A-Stick. And yeah, so if you liked it, a like and a subscribe would be groovy. If you didn't, you don't need to do either one of those things. And I will see y'all in the next one. Later!